Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to another Grizzlies Live preview. Today's episode, we got Grizzlies versus the Orlando Magic, which happens tomorrow,
Chris.
March 28th. I'm guessing at 5. Is it 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock? I forget. I'm talking Western time because I'm in Cali. So,
yeah.
It's going to be like 8 or 7. What's the exact time? I'm not exactly sure.
I'm not exactly sure either.
It's going to be like 5 or 4.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're just going to do a quick preview of the game like we usually do for the games lately and for every game recapping off the season. I'm going to start with the Grizzlies. Grizzlies are obviously 5-0 in the last 5. They've been playing great basketball. And they're playing another young, inexperienced team in the Orlando Magic. We just played 2 games against the Houston Rockets. I say they're pretty similar with the Magic when it comes to... They have a lot of young talent. They have a good core building up, but they're still far away from being a team that's going to be any type of like real threat and it's something that we should be preparing to play in like a playoff series or something. No, they're far away, but not saying they can't be competitive though. Because the Rockets did give us one good game, and obviously teams like that are going to be very inconsistent, like how the Rockets were. They played us really good first game, and the second game they were blown out by 37. So. But obviously, I truly think this Magic core is way more. It's way better. There's more experienced players on this young core when it comes to their youth and who's been in the league. They've seen more, and they have for sure. They're for sure more guys that I'll be worried about, like a Franz Wagner or Cole Anthony might pop it on because Cole Anthony did hit a crazy ass game winner against us not that long ago. Yeah. But the Orlando Magic, obviously they're not the greatest of teams. They're in the tank vet. They're in the line to tank for a guy like Victor, but they're a little farther than other teams. We'll say. Now, for when I looked at with the Orlando Magic, one thing I looked at when looking down at their team and what they're good at, what they're bad at. One thing I found out was weird is they're bad defensively. They give up. They're not very good from defending really anything except for 3-pointers. They're a good 3-point defending team, and I can't figure that out. I don't know if it's like luck that teams just don't hit against them, but everything else they're pretty bad at it. But at defending the 3-pointers, they're 7th. Now, I wonder if that's going to show in this game or that's just luck because we have probably one of the hottest. I would say you could argue the hottest shooter in the NBA right now. Luke Kennard, who's been scorching. I mean, 10 threes a couple nights ago. He even killed it last night against the Hawks. Had some shots at ring out. He could have had like 5 threes in that game. But Luke Kennard's been on one, and then also got a guy like Desmond Bane who popped off last night with 25, and he's another elite shooter. So, 2 top shooters right now. Luke Kennard, I think, just passed up, or he passed up probably in the Rockets game for first in the NBA. He's shooting currently, 49% from the field or 48% from 3. It's something crazy
48.
like that. It's going to be really interesting to see how the Magic are going to be able to defend that, and Grizzlies are still going to have to get their shots, and they're going to have to hit them because honestly, there's something there with the Magic. I don't know if they're like bad luck or something, but I truly do not believe that they're just a good 3-point defending team. It has to be luck or something because that's not really adding up to me. It kind of reminds me of the stat that Ja is 2nd in the NBA when it comes to like players are their field goal percentage against a certain defender. When players have Ja defending them, he has the 2nd lowest field goal percentage. Like that doesn't make sense to me because Ja is not that great of a defender, but he's gotten better. Not that great. Now Magic, I know we're going to sound like a broken record for the whole season on these previews, but they're a good rebounding team, and Grizzlies got to be on the boards. They got to crash boards. They got to get through. They got to get on that. And then at the end of the day, we just got to force turnovers because they are a young team. They're going to be turnover happy at times. They're a team that obviously doesn't turn over the ball. One of the worst teams when it comes to like ball control in the whole league, and then also force bad shots and get on runs. Simple as that. I'm gonna pass it on to Brad though. He's gonna give you guys the Magic side of things.
So the Magic, man. So they've been pretty magic in the last 5 games, winning 4 of their last 5. You see what I did there? They won against the Clippers, the Wizards, the Knicks, and the Nets. Some good quality wins right there. The only injury that they have right now is Kevon Harris. Right now, he's out right now. I'm not sure what the injury is. I think it was something with his knee or something of that line. But players that have been playing good recently for the Magic, last 5, Wendell Carter Jr. He's been averaging 18.2 points per game, 9.2 rebounds per game, 56% from the field, and 40% from 3. Like his season averages, right? Like they're 15.6 points per game, 8.8 rebounds, 52% from the field, and 40% from 3. But it should, or what was it from 3? It was 35% from 3. My bad. But you can already see in those last 5 games, like his stats are just going crazy. He's been playing a lot better basketball in these last 5 games. Markelle Fultz, another guy. Like, they got 2 good point guards, Cole Anthony, and then you got Markelle Fultz. That dude right here, he's been playing good as well. 15.4 points per game, 7.2 assists per game, last 5. And then that's obviously higher than his 13.9 points per game and 6.4 rebounds per game. And then, like I was just going to say, Cole Anthony, he's averaging 18 points per game and then 6.4 assists per game as well. So those guys right there have been playing good for them. Magic team stats right now, like Steve said, they're not the greatest at much of anything. And I caught that like 3 thing too, and it didn't really make sense to me. Yeah, it's interesting that they're somewhat good at guarding the 3. Don't know how, but all right. We'll see what happens tomorrow.
Like I said, it's one of them stats that you can get lucky on.
Yeah.
If you teams that just don't for some reason shoot good against you, but you're giving them the shots, then it's whatever. But it does feel like that. I guess they're a good rebounding team. I mean, they got size obviously, so that's going to be an issue. One thing I forgot to mention, because I didn't have it write down. I didn't write it down because it came out after I wrote everything down for the Magic. Ja is doubtful for tomorrow. Now, I guess this is nothing to panic about, but obviously Ja, I think they're going to rest him on a back-to-back and maybe someone else gets a rest. I'm not sure, but this looked like it was going to be Ja, and we're just going to have him ready for the Clippers game. I don't think it's nothing we should be worried about. Obviously, Tyus has been able to hold it down without Ja the whole year. So, just be on the lookout. Ja might be out the game. He's been great off the bench, but if that does happen, I'm sure Tyus will be able to hold it down. And as always, I got the Grizzlies winning this game. Of course, I mean they're on a winning streak. They've been doing their thing. One of the hottest teams in the NBA. It might be the hottest team. Like I said, March Madness is going on. I haven't been watching a whole lot of NBA basketball besides the Grizzlies. Besides a few games here and there, so I don't know who's popping off right now. But I do know the Memphis Grizzlies are popping off. They've been looking great, and I mean, me and you have had this conversation. We'll probably talk about on our next podcast episode about the teams in the West that we should be worried about. Because for me and you, it's been kind of hard to find the team that is like we're so worried about in the Western Conference side of things. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this preview. If you got any other words, Brad, before we head out here.
I was just gonna finish up with some of the stats that I had. So like the Magic, right? Like we were saying, like they're not the best at guarding the 3, or they're better at guarding the 3 than they are a lot of other things. Rebounds per game, right? They're averaging 50 rebounds per game. They're 9th best, and that's the size right there. That's Wendell Carter right there. That's a lot of guys inside that they have. Franz Wagner, Cole Anthony. They're some of the best. Like they have some of the best rebounding point guards in the league, right now. That's just an underrated thing, I guess. So it's gonna hurt us tomorrow is second chance opportunities and just offensive rebounds because we don't have that size. Steven Adams and Brandon Clark, they're not here, right? So we have Tillman, we got Jaren, and I mean, Santi, some guys like that, but nothing major threat like rebounding wise for the Magic. So we just have to be on the boards, or they have to be on the boards to win this game. That's one of my keys is just they got to be on the rebounds. They have to, especially in defense. Their defense isn't the best either. They have to be able to get back on fast breaks because that's where the Grizzlies are most dominant. I mean, that's what we've seen all season is we can just run and go, especially with Kennard now. Just being able to get him up court and shoot a 3, spot up 3, he can hit those all day. So, I mean, they got to get back on defense, especially in the fast break, like I said. And then they just have to shoot the ball efficiently. They've been doing it okay recently, but they're just, like we said, a young team, a young core at heart that, doesn't have a ton of, like, vet leadership and much experience, really, of winning on being a winning team. So it's just kind of hard to make up for that time that you don't have. So, but that's what I'm going to say that the Magic need to do to win this game. But obviously, got the Grizzlies winning this game. I mean,
for sure. I mean, rebounding, I just feel like every episode,
we do.
One key. It sucks, but that's just how it has to be because we don't have Steven Adams, we don't have Brandon Clark in. Yeah. It's going to be an issue with every single game, especially games where we got guys like Wendell Carter, three hustlers on the board. I don't know if Mo Bamba be getting minutes like that. Oh no, Mo Bamba's playing on the Magic.
I was about to say that too.
I forgot he got traded.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know why, because I'm still thinking about Mo Bamba on the Magic. But he's on the Lakers now. Just completely forgot. But obviously, even without Mo Bamba on the Magic, boards are a problem because they got guys like Wendell Carter. And he said kind of even everybody on the team has just been underrated when it comes to game boards. So they're good on that side of the ball, and that side of the ball can win games just by itself. So getting second chance opportunities with rebounds obviously is going to take them a long way. Grizzlies got to be locked in again. Don't underlook the Magic, because the Magic are they could be a competitive team. They could go out there and they could still win from us. We don't want that to happen. But that's going to do it for this episode. We're going to catch you on the next one, because we got back-to-back. That's going to go from this game to the Clippers. And we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.